Welcome back. There's a lot of fresh faces at Bramlage this year. Even the building took on a little bit of a facelift itself. Purple Power reporter Adam Holste has more.
Fans watching the men's and women's basketball teams in Bramlage Coliseum this season can now do so from the comfort of the newly constructed loge boxes. A year ago, it was courtside seats at $4,000 apiece. This year, 116 seats and open suites at the top of the arena. The construction began in June and finished in time for the season, and they're well worth the wait. Refrigerators, granite countertops, TVs with full cable, comfy roller chairs, and full catering are all available. The project included other things such as improved handicap seating and cost the athletics department about $2.5 million, all of which was already in hand.
And I think that the coaches can use that for recruiting purposes. It's just an upgrade on the facility. I think any time that you can show progress is a good thing from a recruiting standpoint. But a lot of it was just about taking care of the fans too. I mean, we have a lot of demand for premium seating.
One seat in a loge boxes costs $3,000 in addition to the season ticket price. So far, suite holders have not been disappointed.
Oh, it's great. I think the sight lines, they've really done a great job with them. We can see everything. It's really a nice view. For me, as part of the Capital Journal, it's great for entertaining clients and the like, and really gets us involved with the city of Manhattan and K-State University.
K-State officials hope that these facility improvements can draw in more high-profile recruits, leading to more wins and ultimately more revenue for the school. It's all part of a continuous cycle in the world of college athletics, and it's one that Kansas State fans are thoroughly enjoying. I'm Adam Holste, reporting for Purple Power Hour.
Well, Ryan, a pretty expensive night out at the Bram, sitting in those boxes.
You could say that. The pennies in my pocket are not getting me a seat in there, I'll tell you that.
Neither mine. College jobs can't quite afford it.
Sure would be nice to watch the game from a TV in my lap, though.
Hey, now you got something to shoot for.
Something to shoot for. We're aiming high here at Purple Power Hour. Mike, we've been avoiding it as long as we could, but it's now time. Do the words sophomore slump ring a bell?
Well, Ryan, it's too early to call the entire season a letdown, but looking at the game Saturday does not help the skeptics. The Wildcats allowed the most points since 1971, which was a 75-28 rout from the Oklahoma Sooners, at the hands of what looked like a Nebraska team that had already packed it in for the season. The Big Red had their way with the Cats, dropping 73 points and leaving the Wildcats simply stunned. Well, Saturday was simply not the Cats' day, whose new 3-4 defense allowed over 700 yards of total offense, the most giving up all season. The Huskers were led by backup quarterback Joe Gantz, who in only his second start of the season threw for 510 yards and 7 touchdowns, setting a new all-time Cornhusker record. The Huskers simply demoralized the Wildcats, scoring on 7 straight possessions and ending their 5-game losing streak. As for the Wildcats, Josh Freeman and company were able to put up 31 points on the Big Red, but the foul play of the offensive line was apparent. Josh Freeman was rushed in the pocket all day, falling to the Blackshirts for 4 sacks in the game. Even special teams looked horrendous for the Wildcats. Nebraska speedster Courtney Grigsby took his first touch of the day for 94 yards and the Huskers' first score. France Hardy simply put on a show against Justin McKinney. He caught only 3 passes, but all 3 went for touchdowns, finishing with 89 offensive yards. And that little steam engine, Marlon Lucky, looked untackleable in this one. He broke the century mark on 16 carries, also adding 2 touchdowns to the Huskers' effort. In the end, it goes down as one of the worst losses in recent Wildcat history and leaves many of the season's lingering questions still unanswered. Well, life doesn't get any easier for the Cats this week. K-State will play host to one of the hottest teams in the nation on Saturday as the Missouri Tigers come for Senior Day at the Bill. The Tigers, 9-1 on the season, are in the thick of a Big 12 and, if all goes well, a national championship hunt. The Tigers are led by quarterback Chase Daniel, possible Heisman Trophy candidate. He's thrown for over 3,000 yards in the year and 26 touchdowns. Defensively, the Tigers rank 25th overall in defense and 31st in scoring defense, so obviously not a small task for the Wildcats on Senior Day.
No, not at all. If we wanted to try and get Jordy Nelson out of here with a W, we picked the wrong team to do it against.
But the Tigers haven't won this century in the Little Apple. Do you see that ending?
I see it ending. And quickly here, we'll touch on it a little bit at the end of our show, but I'm going to say it again, this 3-4 defense is just not meant for a team that's got big ends, great ends like Rob Jackson and Ian Campbell. And when you're only bringing a pass rush of 3 people that doesn't include either of those guys, defense is going to get hung out to dry a little bit.
Less guys in the box also can't stop the run. A lot of question marks.
A lot of question marks.
But we'll hit those later.
From one senior day to the next Saturday will mark senior night for the Lady Cats volleyball team. On Wednesday, the team finished the second half of the Sunflower Showdown against Kansas as the 12th-ranked Cats hope to sweep the season series.
Not only was Wednesday night's volleyball match significant for conference standings, but these players realized the in-state rivalry was something special.
That's our biggest rivalry. I didn't understand it at the beginning when I first came here, but as the years had passed, we understand the importance of that game, and we get fired up for it.
Although sweeping the Jayhawks in Lawrence, the Lady Cats came out flat and dropped Game 1 30-21. But they quickly found their stride and won the next 3 games to take the match 3-1. And Coach Susie Fritz said although the comeback was great, that slow of a start is simply unacceptable at this point in the year.
I like the fact that when it's time to get going, when we have to get going, I think this team has that in them. My concern is that we're going to hit a point here in the season where we're going to play teams that aren't going to let us do that aren't going to allow us to get back in it. We've got to be able to push the pedal down and go and not be able to look back.
The Lady Cats received help from everyone on the court, including sophomore Kelsey Chipman. She chipped in 9 kills. Angie Lastra continued in her dominant way. She dropped 5 service aces in the match. Overall, the team hit for a combined hitting percentage of .316, and Lastra led the team with 23 digs. Now the Cats look forward to closing out Big 12 play against Colorado and then Texas before celebrating a much-needed bye week.
I think in the physical part we were a little bit fatigued, as you said, but we just need to rest and be able to put some time in practice and focus.
And the Wildcats will finish their home season Saturday against Colorado. First serve set for 7:30 p.m. And despite Beasley's... I'll just let him get all his points out this time. Okay. Despite his conference honors this week, no Wildcat is racking up the recognition like volleyball libero Angie Lastra. That's right, the senior won not just 1, but 2 consecutive Big 12 Conference Player of the Week honors. The senior put together 2 stellar performances of 29 and 36 digs against Texas A&M and the Baylor Bears, respectively. This is the first time a Wildcat has won the honor in consecutive weeks.
It is. It feels good because, I don't know, it shows the effort I'm putting in there. But the main goal is to win games, so.
And hopefully Angie can lead the Cats deep into the NCAA tournament once again. Selection Saturday is now only a week away. Well, we need to take one more break, but coming up on Purple Power Hour, we're getting wet with water polo coverage. It's a Purple Power Hour exclusive.
Plus, a look at a Wildcat weekend you will not soon forget. I hope you fans are ready for a marathon this Saturday. Keep it locked. You're watching Purple Power Hour.